Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Do you remember the 21st night of September? That's all you need to know from that. But how do we begin off from Monday Night Raw tonight? Want to kick it off with right there with that song. But what do we do with this show, huh? Number one, the minute the intro kicked off from Monday Night Raw, it got all glitchy and everything. Who shows up? Retribution. But now we kind of see who these guys really look like now. They all look like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises or Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, Batman. Let's see what's going to happen to you. I haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises in a while, so I can't do my best Bane impression, but that's what these guys are dressed as, or whoever had the hockey mask on was Casey Jones out there. Now, basically, you could tell who most of these people were. Mia Yim, Dio Madden, Mercedes Martinez, and Dijak. I don't know who the guy with the mask was, the hockey mask, so I couldn't really put my finger on him. But mostly Mia Yim and Dijak were talking. Some of them had kind of like face paint in a way. I know Dijak did. I think he had cut his hair, and I don't know, man. He was basically the one that looked like Bane. Okay, he looked like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, which Bane, he looked like Bane. Oh, and they said the company wasn't safe just because of contracts and everything, and that they're going to destroy the WWE, that they have hoarded themselves out for money and whatnot, and now they're going to rebuild WWE and their image of Retribution. But the Hurt Business came out ready to fight. Hurt Business came in as MVP pretty much started speaking on like, well, y'all running, y'all. I thought y'all was brave, man. What's good? What's good? Y'all always want to talk and all that, but now y'all got your foots in your mouth now. So what's going to happen? And basically, next thing you know, all these other random Retribution members showed up then as they surrounded the ring. The Hurt Business basically fought like about, 20-something guys out there. They ended up getting beat up, but I know Lashley, I think, got chokeslammed by both Dijak and Dio Madden and whatnot. Like I said, they never really said these guys' name. Also, you just know who they are by just looking at them, which basically you could tell it's me and Yim, because come on, the hair and whatnot, and Dijak's voice, so it was easy to tell who most of the guys are. I just don't know who the one with the hockey mask on is, but like I said, they all look like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, okay? They end up interviewing the Mysterio family, talk about Dominic's match tonight, as the Street Profits came out on commentary to see Seth Rollins and Murphy versus Garza and Almas, which I thought they broke up as a team last week, and Dominic Mysterio and Humberto for a shot at the Raw tag titles, which obviously you knew who was going to win or lose this match, which Seth walked out on Murphy during the match, so he didn't even stay. I actually thought Humberto was going to take the pinfall because it's Humberto, but it ended up being Murphy, and Garza hit the wing clipper on him for the win. Now, I don't need to see Garza and Almas face the Street Profits again. Okay, this Sunday for the titles. You know, you would hope Garza and Almas would actually win the belts, but I don't even want to see this anymore. This feud has been going on for how many months at this point? Almost like, 6? Maybe about 6 or 7 months at this point, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how long this feud or how many matches they have really done. And most of them, the Street Profits ended up beating Garza and Almas in all these situations. So what makes me want to see another match with them again? Okay, literally. What makes me really want to see a show, another match with these two teams? Because it's dead in the water at this point. It really is. I don't need to see this anymore, okay? Next, Raw Underground. Well, the guy, the doorman right there, was open the door for Shane McMahon. Say he was going to be on the KO show tonight and whatnot. And it's going to be some surprises. Retribution ended up, I guess they were in the hallway talking about WWE's money and you want to pay for your executive suits and whatnot, but there will be payment in the form of retribution. That's what Dijak had said after they said they took out the Hurt Business and they were going to be solution, but they are not the solution and whatnot. Kevin Owens show happened, saying that 2020 has been a very weird, or this has been a very horrible year, as a lot would say, but he wanted to have Shane McMahon on his show. Shane came out dancing, of course, the money and everything, but KO told him to stop. Shane said he was happy to be here. Listen, man, we've had, problems in the past. We've had a history, but, Kevin Owens said, it's all water under the bridge now, okay? We can put this behind us. We fought for 2 years and everything, but it's all done, so this could all be put behind. We don't have to do this anymore. But Kevin Owens, though, he went on to talk about, Shane saying you're a promoter. That's what you do. You promote everything. You're part of the McMahon family and whatnot. But he had some beef with someone. He had a beef with Dabba-Kato there. Okay, he wanted a piece of him, which Kevin Owens says, I'm not here about Raw Underground. I just want to face him right now. And Owens told Dabba-Kato, listen, you're new here, but you want to attack me from behind on Raw Underground a couple weeks ago. Now we have a problem. And listen, I respect that, you're going after Strowman and everything. You're trying to make a name for yourself, but you will not do that at my extent, okay? So at some point, whenever you're done with Strowman, we will face each other, basically. Kevin Owens ended up slapping him. Shane pretty much tried to back off Dabba-Kato. Braun Strowman came out then as Kevin Owens brought him out then. But next thing you know, they're having a stare down, giant guys. But Aleister Black comes from out of nowhere and pretty much takes Kevin Owens and pulls him into the ring post, hit him in the nuts several times and whatnot before leaving him on the ground. Apparently, as everyone wants to say tonight, that Dabba-Kato is going to get some big push now, which I would not be surprised by that. But since he, kind of maybe in a feud with Owens in the near future, could he begin to push and actually show up on Raw and actually wrestle instead of being on the underground show beating up the smaller guys? I don't know when that will happen, or if that will happen, I should say. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to see that match. I really don't want to see that match, but they had to find some other way to promote Raw Underground tonight. But yeah, Kevin Owens versus Dabba-Kato in the future. Don't know if I really want to see that, okay? Don't really want to know. One thing, commentary change again tonight, which number one, Tom Phillips was back on commentary with Byron Saxton, and the only difference with this week, no Samoa Joe again, so he brought Jerry the King Lawler into the fold for commentary. I have no idea where Samoa Joe is right now. Some people think, is he cleared to wrestle in the ring again? I'd hope so, if true, but don't really know right now. But they got Lawler on commentary tonight. Apparently Retribution has contracts, so they can do whatever they want. I don't know how they got these contracts, but apparently they got contracts. Drew McIntyre is headed to the ring, talking about his match with Keith Lee, and he knows Keith wants to be champion and everything, but we've got some differences, but we're going to sell them out right now, and after we're done beating the crap out of each other, we'll buy some drinks. Which, of course, I figured what this match was going to end in with Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee. Another disqualification, which I feel that every Keith Lee match is almost starting to be with. I'm glad he's not taking L, but it has been a lot of DQ matches. Like last week and this week, another DQ, except this time with the ambulance out there. Nobody didn't hop from the ambulance, but it ended up with Randy Orton coming in with a chair, hitting Drew McIntyre from behind, and putting it on his broken jaw, quote unquote. But next, Randy Orton had cut a promo then, talking about the whole ambulance thing from last week, and that this match is going to be at Clash of Champions and whatnot. But Orton went on, talked about, he said the fans should be ashamed of themselves for doubting he would make it to Clash of Champions, that he's been to WWE for 20 years now, and he has never walked away from a world title match, and he's not going to be walking away from it anytime soon, and this is not a normal world title match. As he went towards the ambulance and opened the door, said, he took a ride in that same ambulance a few weeks ago, and, he talked about, McIntyre gave him 3 Claymore kicks and whatnot. And I know he said something which they censored the words out and whatnot, but, Orton went on to say, he was fading in and out of consciousness in the ambulance, and he realized, what people like Edge, Christian, Big Show, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, which I feel like he didn't even sell that, to be honest. I don't even think he was in that ambulance. And Drew felt when, he kicked him in the skull that he had the same feeling when he was in that ambulance. But, it made him smile, not because he was in pain or whatnot, but it reminded him what it's capable to become WWE champion. And he talked about, the ambulance can represent a lot of things from hope, pain, agony, and even death when it comes to an ambulance. But to him, this ambulance represents his 14th world championship that he is going to take. And Orton pretty much wanted to tell McIntyre that he will be taking another ride in that ambulance, courtesy of an RKO. Great promo from Orton. Orton, as usual, on a big roll. So, Orton just killing it again, and another great promo from him. They went to talk to Asuka until the Iconics, well, I guess I should say not the Iconics anymore as a team, but, Peyton Royce said, since, giving out title shots right now, let me get a title shot and whatnot. And Asuka said, nobody will be ready for me at Sunday, but I will be ready tonight. Zelina Vega went against Mickie James for a shot at the Raw Women's title at Clash of Champions. It's funny because someone brought this up. Got a phone call here. Hello.
Hey, what? I need 2 times off.
Yeah, but other than a phone call, which we'll come back to another time, though. What was I going on about? Yeah, Zelina Vega versus Mickie James. Somebody said this match was from TNA back then, many years ago, when Vega was still Rosita on Explosion. I saw that tonight. Number one, I'm surprised Zelina Vega even won this match. Number two, what has Zelina Vega even done? Who has she even beat other than Mickie James tonight to even be in the title picture right now? Because I don't understand where this push is coming from. And this is supposed to be on the kickoff show now for the title with Asuka and Zelina Vega. So this is basically an easy win for Asuka, because I guess they don't have any other challenges for her right now, which I would bring up to this next person, but we'll get to her promo video in a second. But yeah, especially if we know this match is on the kickoff show, Asuka's winning, okay? Like, I don't think anybody really believes Zelina Vega's winning anything, and I think they should have just waited to do Mickie James and Mickie James and Asuka at the pay-per-view for Clash of Champions instead of do it last week on Raw, which wasn't that really good of a match. So why not wait till Sunday? And then again, this match ain't even on the regular show. It's on the pre-show of all things. So that tells you something, okay? The Hurt Business was beating up Retribution guys in the back, since Retribution was beating up random people on the show tonight. MVP went and said, "This is what y'all want? Yeah, we ready to fight? Let's do this." So they cleared out whoever these Retribution guys were and moved on. They had a Bianca Belair video package. When is the last time we seen Bianca Belair even on this show? And they focused on the EST, her at the Performance Center in the gym, pretty much outworking some dude out there. So hopefully this gets her back on TV way soon, because obviously they have nothing for this girl until possibly right now. But hopefully soon Bianca Belair is going to do something. Maybe against Asuka for the title. That'd be interesting to watch. Akira Tozawa and some ninja were at the ocean as R-Truth walked along, and he saw a shark or something and ran in the water, or he dropped the belt in the water. And I don't even know. I don't even know this one. MVP and Cedric Alexander came out. MVP talked about the Hurt Business are the real executioners around here. And Alexander went on and said, we're going to focus on Apollo Crews. We're going to get some payback on him. We're going to take him out for basically, all the title shots that he didn't get. As Crews and Ricochet came out saying, like, we're not even mad what you did anymore. But he wants that title back from Lashley. Basically, this match didn't really go that long between Cedric and Crews. I know Ricochet had argued with Cedric for a second. When Cedric got in, Crews got the roll up on him for the win. But then next thing you know, the Hurt Business music came out as Ricochet and Crews were distracted. MVP and Cedric came in. Then the rest of the crew, Lashley put Crews in the full Nelson, leaving him on the ground. I forgot they have a title match this Sunday, but I don't really see Bobby Lashley losing. Then again, I forget this is a go-home show when you think about it. It's another thing. I don't even remember this was a go-home show. But Raw Underground was getting ready as Dolph Ziggler went against Arturo Ruiz. It's Ziggler. I don't really care because it's Ziggler, and Ziggler won with a chokehold. But Strowman said, "It's the best you got around here," telling Shane McMahon. So Shane gave the microphone to this woman named Brianna Brandy and asked the questions to Strowman. And Strowman said, "You better bring your finest to Raw Underground. He wants Dabba-Kato tonight." Seth Rollins was next on the show. After that Ziggler match, Seth came out, had an envelope in his hand, and talked about the Mysterio's family. And, you know, something's not right about this, okay? And he brought this photo on the screen, talking about the size difference between Rey and Dominic. And, you know, he did some investigation he paid for and everything. And he wanted the Mysterio family to hear the details in person. So Rey's whole family came out, and Rey said he's tired of Seth's mind games, and they'll give him the same beat down like they did to Murphy. But Rollins went on to say he's grown, you know, some respect for the Mysterio family. But we need to know the truth, Rey. We got the DNA test right here, and you are not Dominic's father. So apparently this is 2005, and we're doing the same Eddie Guerrero story. So I know Seth's not the father. I'm not expecting him to say I'm your papi or have a shirt like that. Someone must have been a big fan of Eddie or something in the back that let's do a whole storyline for 2000. Even Rey kind of knows, like, nah, we done this before. This ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, man. Listen, man, as crazy as that storyline was back in 05, number one, Dominic's not, 8-10 years. And I remember this very, very well watching this back then, okay? It's not like Dominic's, like, what was he, 8-10 years old at the time, if I remember? And, like, Seth's not Eddie, man. Seth is not Eddie, okay? Hey, why don't we look at, let's do those test results for Seth. Are you the father of Becky's kid? Let's look at that. Is he the father? Even Rey knew, like, we got the DNA result, and I'm saying, like, what? And it says, like, technology's improved, time has passed, and we need to know if you are the father. And Rollins opened and says, Rey Mysterio, you are not the father. This is Maury now. This is basically 2005. Why? What? I don't get this. And Rey was just in, like, it's not gonna work now. Yeah, I'm almost surprised they didn't even bring up Eddie's name in this. I actually thought they were gonna bring Eddie Guerrero's name in this almost. I'm like, I swear if they mention Eddie, because Rey should have said, listen, Eddie tried this back then, it's not gonna work now. Okay, it's not gonna work. I don't see where this is going. It makes no sense. But, it's 2005, folks. I'm your papi. Ladder match. Custody battle. Where the fuck was Vicky? God fucking damn, SummerSlam. Oh, I remember that. I remember that really, really well. But Rollins went on to say, you know, Dominic, it could be your son. But let's look at your daughter. It may not be your daughter then. As Rollins said, you know, there needs to be a paternity test and everything. He's got evidence to back it up. And, you know, talked about Mysterio wouldn't act like this because Aaliyah took pity on Murphy then. And Rollins says, you know, she may not look like you. And Rey says, you will talk to me, not to her. And what Matt Dad said, you know, his daughter is like, what was she, like 19, 20 or something? And, you know, she's too naive and knows nothing about our world. Aaliyah looked pissed off as she walked away. Then the Mysterio family went after her. As Rollins says he was sorry. I just came out to inform that driver wedge in the Mysterio family. And, you know, sometimes those family strong as Rey's, you know, can, I guess, crumble and whatnot. And, you know, something could happen to you and your families, basically. So, he left in after that. So, yeah, this is 05, apparently. Next, Baszler and Nia Jax swing against Natalya and Lana, the Riot Squad, on commentary. I was looking at my phone throughout most of this match. I just know Baszler got the win, and they went after the Riot Squad. But, they got away, and they put Lana through the table. 2 weeks in a row, folks. Is this a shot at Rusev? Or, I'm sorry, Miro now? Yeah, and I can see why he could be pissed, but I don't mind him putting Lana through the table because I don't give a crap about Lana. So I'm sure Vince is like, oh, you gonna get on this show? You gonna tell me to kiss your ass? That's what it's gonna be? I bet. Put his wife through a table every week. I bet they would do that. That'll be, let's put Lana through a table every week. This dude wants to get on another show and talk about us? Okay, we gonna get some payback on him. Okay, Miro. I can tell Vince is probably going like that. We gonna put it through a table every week. You want to talk about me on my show? When at my show, you on that show? You want to talk about me? Now we gonna come after you. So if we're keeping score, folks, let's do that. What else? Leah was arguing with Ray in the back, talking about she's not naive and everything, that she can, she has her own mind and whatnot. What was next on this show? I have no idea. I have no idea. But what was next on this show? Riddick Moss fought Eric in the Raw Underground. I know Moss ended up getting the win. Or was it Eric? Yeah, Moss got him with the knockout punch, in with a few more punches. Not bad of a fight, though. But next they went to Dabba-Kato as Brandy pretty much interviewed him saying, you know, talk is cheap. He's going to show Strowman what this is all about. Asuka went against Peyton Royce. Not much of a match. Which I feel like she's going to be getting a title shot soon. It ended up with Vega interfering. Not a lot of DQs on this show tonight, I will say that. But then again, it's a pay-per-view this Sunday, so I guess they don't want people losing on here. Next, they showed Aaliyah in the back sitting as Murphy pretty much said he just wanted to apologize about the whole Seth stuff. Which, you know, I'm starting to feel like, you know, I didn't really pay much attention to this, but my friend Kyle had sent me a link that they're going to be trying to do some, I don't know, what is it, like a romance angle or something with Murphy and Aaliyah, which I don't really care. It's whatever or whatnot. I don't, which I'm sure they're just going to use Murphy, you know, he's Seth's underling, so he's going to find a way, seduce, or I don't know if he's going to hit that or not, or form some relationship with her, but he's going to try to play mind games and get her to join Seth's crew, and she's going to turn heel on Ray, and she'll join, you know, Seth's crew and whatnot. So that's probably Murphy's there to do, just convince Aaliyah to get in the group or whatnot with Seth and them. I don't know, it's to form some romance or relationship where he's going to hit that or something. I don't know, but that's possibly what all signs will be pointing to. So I think my friend may be right about that, since he sent a link to, he sent me a link about that about a week ago, which I just kind of blew it off. I just thought she took pity on Murphy, but hey man, he could hit that, he couldn't, I don't know. She's just probably going to turn on Ray anyway, so we'll see what goes on from there. Strowman went against Dabba-Kato in Raw Underground, which this wasn't much of a fight. Some people say Dabba-Kato was gassed in the first 30 seconds of this fight. Strowman tried to go for a takedown after they did some punches. They went to the floor and fought. Some dude got thrown in, which he got knocked down. Strowman came back with a couple left and right punches, hit him with the knockout punch, punched him several times, and won. So yeah, that was a fight, folks. That was a fight. And I'm almost surprised they didn't have Dabba-Kato even win this. Maybe they could have had Retribution come out and interfere to keep Dabba-Kato from losing, since he had this finally a big fight against a big star, technically, on the roster, when you want to think about it with Strowman. But yeah, he lost to him, so I don't know where to go on from that. In the main event, Retribution. Oh, this is going to be funny. Mace, T-Bar, and Slapjack. 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 Yeah, I can't understand why they don't want to use these guys as real names in a way, just to keep them mysterious, even though we know who they are. But Slapjack, Mace, T-Bar. You could just say they were just the three individuals of Retribution. We don't even have to say their name. Just say the three individuals of Retribution. Think about that. But yeah, T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack, they went against the Hurt Business. Once again, another DQ finish, of course, which the rest of Retribution came out and attacked the Hurt Business then. All four of them, but Drew McIntyre's music hit with some of the Raw roster out there as they cleared the ring of Retribution, beating them up. But out of nowhere, Randy Orton comes in with an RKO, as Orton basically did this, kind of like nothing to see here and whatnot, as he took him to the ground, which the ending made sense with Orton and Drew, because there is a title match this Sunday. Retribution, You know, it's supposed to be 5 main guys, but then you just got like a random other 20 guys, okay? I don't know if this is The Dark Knight Rises. I don't know if this is Casey Jones. Some people still think this is Antifa. Someone say it's almost like that movie The Purge or something. I don't know, okay? But now I'm somewhat a little lost on what they are right now, again by the night. Which made sense because they had a statement this time. But now, with these names, some say it is hard to take seriously. Could they change the names next week or just say these 3 individuals? I have no idea. But yeah, Mace, T-Bar, and Slapjack, I don't know. I don't even know what the women will be called in this, okay? I don't. I got no idea. I have literally no idea what they're gonna call the women in this group next week. But these names make no sense. This was technically a go-home show, folks, with lots of disqualifications. And the only really good thing I would mostly say from this show was Randy Orton's promo. Okay? Randy Orton's promo. Retribution, I don't know sometimes. I don't know if this is 2005 again, with Seth and Ray or Eddie or Dominic, or I don't know if this will be another custody on a ladder match for Aaliyah this time at the next pay-per-view, for all I know. Okay? But they must have thought this was 05 with Eddie Guerrero for some reason. Yo, papi, Dominic. It was me. Orale, Holmes, orale. But, yeah, that's what we're going with, folks. Everything else, some DQ finish, like I said before. Raw on the ground, Dabba-Kato maybe should have won that. I don't know where this show is going, but this is a go-home show tonight, folks. Can the pay-per-view be good? Well, the pay-per-views haven't been bad for the main roster WWE. It's the Raw and SmackDown show. Well, maybe SmackDown's gotten better, too, but Raw show, yeah, it hasn't really been good. When it comes to the pay-per-view, it's not bad. When it comes to the regular show, that's where the fall off is. I don't even know. Yeah, got all titles are defended. So yeah, Keith Lee, another like I said, DQ City, folks. It is DQ City. Vega gets a title shot. I have no idea why. Don't see it winning. Really don't. So yeah. Other than that, though, that's my review of Monday Night Raw, okay? I'm done with this. If you want to see a better wrestling show, I suggest you go check out New Japan Pro Wrestling and watch the G1, which I have a review about that right now, the A block and B block of night 1 and 2. That video is posted. Check that out, alright? Or go watch the show yourself. But other than that, I am done with this review. Follow me on Twitter, HoodedKnight890. Comment, subscribe. You know how this go. So do you remember... This is the 21st night of September. I'm out. See you guys later. Peace. See you Sunday also.